It's Roni, and welcome to Books, Brains, and Bad Puns, hosted by Sarah Scraps. This is a yearly YouTube hop, and I'm not sure how many years it's been going on, but it's been a few. I'm going to scrap those two photos there of Hope on her first day of second grade, and I'm going to use that die set from Spellbinders. It's a book pack. I cannot remember if that is the name, but I have noticed that Spellbinders, when they do their sales, they bring back some oldie but goodies because that's where I got it, and it was like $10. I'm going to use that very old Moxie thing. I'm going to use that circle sticker right there and add it to my layout. And then the rest is creative agenda. As many times as I've purchased that and set it on a video, you wouldn't think I'd stutter. I think I do use a couple of the stickers. I do make my title and another word out of those stickers though. And here's the little backpack. And if you notice, that part folds over, so the back shows if you do it like it is meant to be done. But I was wanting it to be different, so I am adding this other piece I cut out, and it's just a dark pink. I think I have a light pink with stripes and stuff, and then I have that dark pink one. It has days of the week. Now, you can do this two ways. And see, I started to use those flowers, but decided they were a little busy. I know Hope would like them, but they are a little busy. So I used that, well, it looks like a crackle paper. And I put the U rule on, thinking, well, I'll save some time later as long as I've got sitting right in front of me. I don't have to worry about that little dot getting lost. And it didn't. I was able to use it, but it's not going to work for me. So I will be doing that part over. This is a pocket. It's supposed to be just a zippered pocket, and it has a zipper to go on the front, which I'm going to forget about till I do something else with it. So the zipper don't go on there. But I always try to make it a tuck-in pocket, like a regular pocket. And it has a pair of glasses in there, and I wanted them to be sunglasses, so I cut them out together. And the pink fell right out. Well, it stayed in the die, it didn't fall right out. But the red looking one stayed in there, so I went ahead and punched a couple of pieces to go behind there to hold it in place, them in place. These adorable little pieces go on the backpack belt looking things, and I love that. And so I'm going to be sitting here debating on what to do about them because you can see my U rule up there. It has been a very long time since I used this die. Uh, I forget quite a few things that I need to remember while making it. So that U rule is going to go away. Well, it's going to get covered up in just a minute. And I'm trying to get these to match like they're about the same place. And then I'll go to try to put them on. Yeah, that's not going to work for me at all. I should have started with watching the video from way back when I put these together before, because I did a much better job than I did on this one. I was laughing so hard at one time on this that I was shaking. I don't know if I cut that part out because I did cut some parts out just to make the video shorter. But yeah, I was laughing at myself. It was horrible. uh, Here I thought, well, can I just have part of this show? And no, I couldn't have just part of it show. So I cut the words out again, and I'm going to put them on the smaller, well, pocket. And so I'm going to have crowd them up just a wee bit more, but not too much. It's not that much smaller. And they are really small. I had to be very, very careful with that glue on them. And I was thinking, where's my, oh, for you, where is it? And then I remembered, oh yeah, they separated it on here. And uh, I used the dark blue, so of course it would show up just that much better. And there it is, completed with my little dot actually making it on there. And yes, it's still there. I cut out another one of that. Oh, see, I did pick up the wrong thing. I had it in two colors. A couple of things I cut in a couple of colors because these cut good and you cut two pieces of paper at once. Well, probably except for the dark blue because it's pretty thick. But they do cut. In fact, one of them I cut three layers. I can't remember which one it was, but yeah, it was three layers and it cut very, very well. I am so much happier with my little straps there, and I thought, yeah, they're just perfect now. But I'm going to go ahead and add something to it and have to go back to my die cut machine. But this set is, was small die of the month one time, and look at all the pieces that come with it. It is just awesome. And like I said, check the sales because they do have good sales. And $10 is not bad for a die set that has this many pieces and turns out this cute. Now, I've made a lot of die sets. It only has the one die. I made my own layers. But anytime I can find something this cute with this many pieces, I'm going to go ahead and get it. However, they didn't have them way back when. That's why I did my own. But since I do know how to do them, I'll think, okay, am I going to use this more than once? Or should I go ahead and make my own? And so, yeah, if I think I'm going to use it more than once, I will go ahead and get it. And plenty of them I do. Uh, well, every now and then there is a spur of the moment splurge. And I don't do much thinking. I just fall in love with the die set. I put one of the blues over by the sunglasses and three on the other side. And oh, here's where I decide I want to put something else on there. So as I put hope on there, I would never ever do that on a real backpack and put it on the outside. I had put it on the inside, but not the outside. But since this is just a layout, I'm putting it on there. And I thought, well, it'll fit pretty good on top of those straps there. And yeah, that's why I goofed. I had put stuff on top there. And yeah, it was kind of disappointing. And I probably should have centered my U on the U rule. But at the time, I wasn't thinking about putting hope on the top. And I just thought I'd put a flower down there at the bottom. You know, just to make everything go down a straight line on my backpack. But I still like the flower on there. So that makes up for it looking kind of funny at the moment. I am doing a wee bit of highlights here and there. Well, maybe a lot. But I think that's it. After watching the video and cutting stuff out, I thought, man, I should have got out one of my blue zig markers and put stitches around the lighter color of the backpack. I think that would have worked pretty well. Well, you know, I could have probably used a reddish look on, and it would have worked pretty good too. So it might be going back in there and getting a little bit of detail added to the backpack. I had put foam tape underneath the one photo, but not the other, and then I go grab my tray. And I thought, oh yeah, I was going to put those frames in there. They were in here to start with. I didn't make them to go with the layout. But when I ran across them, I thought I could use them on there. So I am. I fussy cut these circles out and I'm going to scatter them on the layout. And one I'm going to try to fit in a place and it's cut like a corner, only I don't notice it. And I'm thinking, what looks wrong here, you know? But I figure it out and it'll go in the right place. Oh, it's that one right there. Yeah, it's that one. See the corner on there? You would have thought I'd noticed that, but no, I didn't. I am only using dry adhesive because just in case I wanted to move something, I didn't want to have adhesive on there and need to move it for something else. So it finally ended up down there in that corner. I think I originally planned it for the top right, but when I was picking things up, Uh, it just ended up being the last. uh, I'm having foam tape just a half of my backpack so that it can hang off the side of that little cluster of pictures and frames. And here, I'm going to end up losing one of these pieces. I thought, oh, I need some blue paper, and I can't find it after I get the blue paper ready. But I'm trimming this so it'll be straight because it definitely isn't on one part of it, and then I'm going to just hand cut the rest. I don't mind if I'm not perfect at it, or I would have used the trimmer for the whole thing. But here's where I found it stuck to that other piece. I turned the camera off, and I know I looked for a good 5, 6 minutes, something like that. And then I finally thought to look underneath that strip, and there it was. I started to pull it off, but then I thought, no, I'm going to show them how silly I could be. I even rewound the video when I come in here and was editing, and it's just in the right place at the right time to get stuck there. It was still on the wax paper when it happened. But yeah, I'm glad I found it. Otherwise, I might have been tempted to stamp a whole nother thing of the uh, stamp sheet that I made from the Tim Holtz stamps. I think they are called Little Chat or something like that, Small Chat. I do think the word chat is in it somewhere. Uh, let's see. Oh, I'm putting a little paper clip. I found it in with some of the other embellishments, and I figured I might as well go ahead and put it on the layout since it's kind of was getting a little bit wrinkled on the little clippy part. And so, yeah, it went on there, and I just punched with that 5/8 inch punch and add some red there. But I am going to add something else. It'll just be a little while. I I am cutting out the flower that I mentioned, punching out the flower that I mentioned earlier, and I use my regular size 1/4 inch hole punch with for the center there, and use that same scrap. I'm not sure what I cut out of that scrap already, but as you can see, I save them because using die cuts and punches, you will find a use for them. I did remember to put a flare on here, and I am so thrilled with that. I got one set when I got the collection, and I think right around the time I got the collection the first time at my local store, although I got the collection online somewhere. And then they had them marked down, so of course I had to buy another. Not that I had used any out of the first one, but I had to buy another set then. Just because I knew I'd probably buy the collection more than once. I haven't seen it available in a while, but I was buying every time I seen it, I think. I'm I fussy cut. Yeah, these little tiny things. I fussy cut these little plus signs out of one of the scraps of paper, and I'm just adding them around the layout, including one on the paper clip. And that's it. That's my layout. And make sure you look down there below. And I am not sure if there's going to be a playlist or a list of names or both. I know there's going to be a list of names because I have to get my link up today. And while I was editing this video, I had to get a thumbnail to go on here after I'd done all the editing and was getting ready to do the voiceover. I thought, oh, I have no thumbnail. So I went to get it, and I guess I hadn't looked at it yet. I didn't even ask Sarah if I could still join in, until I seen it yesterday. And she said, it's perfect, go ahead. And I could have either day I want because it is the 6th and the 7th. So I wanted the 6th. And I did not know it's supposed to have a pun. So mine does not have a pun. If I'd had time to think about it, I would have went back in there and done it. But I gotta get the link up. So it's going without a pun when I would love to put one. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. And I had so much fun making it. Make sure you check out everybody down there that joined in and come back tomorrow for a bunch more. So, plenty of inspiration for back to school layouts. And I just couldn't resist using this collection, even though It has plenty of school things in there. It's not the same colors as most of the back to school, which I like. Then they're not all alike. I got 9 grandkids now and one great grandbaby. So, yeah, plenty of inspiration. Don't forget to check it out. Have a happy, scrappy week. Bye.